Despondent again. We had a really terrible surface again and only covered 4 miles. It really will be a bad business if we are to have this pulling all the way through.
Biscuit, now it's fuel. It's quite unaccountable. What a miserable jumble.
Never mind. There's always the dogs.
I had your word. I had your word.
Scurvy?
Let's say he's a very sick man.
Where's the 4th, Hatch?
Evans came back a 3-man party. 5 went on.
What? My God.
Cherry, did you ever take that navigation course we talked about in the winter?
I'm afraid not, Hatch. The owner said I'd be wasting my time.
I can navigate and drive, Dog Hatch. You're giving the orders. But until Uncle Bill gets back, I'm IC science and running a dozen different experiments, practically single-handed. End of the day, who knows? Science may be the only thing we have to take back with us.
It's touch and go, though, Teddy, though. My duty as a surgeon is clear. It means one of you two is going to have to do the dog run with Dimitri.
Bad orders. No good.
In spite of strong wind and full sail, we have only done 5.5 miles. We're in a very queer street, since there is no doubt we cannot do the extra marches and feel the cold horribly. Amongst ourselves, we are unendingly cheerful. But what each man feels in his heart, I can only guess. Providence to our aid. We can expect little from man now, except the possibility of extra food at the next depot. A poor one.
Get to 1 ton depot as fast as possible and leave the food there. But if Scott isn't there, judge for myself what to do. Is that it? Well, it's all very confusing.
Yes, I'm sorry it's a jumble, old chap. The orders the captain sent back with the returning parties do tend to contradict each other. And don't forget, Scott says he's in no way dependent on the dogs for his return. The main thing is not to risk the dogs for next season. All 3 sets of instructions stress that. You'll be all right. Dimitri will look after you.
I just wish I knew how to drive dog.
March 9th, Mount Hooper Depot. Cold comfort. Shortage on our allowance all round. I don't know that anyone is to blame. Its generosity and thoughtfulness have not been abundant.
Veal and ham pie.
The dogs, which would have been our salvation, have evidently failed. Meares had a bad trip home, I suppose. It's a miserable jumble.
Fried bacon. The Crosley bits.
Titus Oates is very near the end, one feels. What he or we will do, God only knows.
Watercress soup.
How's it look, Birdie?
Well, it's getting pretty tight, sir. At our present rate of travel, we'll still be 13 miles short of 1 ton when the food runs out. Even then, we'll need the weather on our side.
Haven't seen you doing much scribbling lately, Bill.
Used up all my pages.
Do you happen to know if the opium tabloids are in the sledge box or in the bag?
I have them. Why do you ask?
I think it might be a good idea to divide them up for our private use. In the event that matters grow hopeless for one of us. Or all of us. Each should have the means of expedition to hand to use. Or not use, as he sees fit.
I'm afraid I could only do that under protest, Con.
Protest noted, Bill.
If 1 ton depot had been laid where we'd intended, at 80 degrees south, we'd all but be there already, wouldn't we, Birdie? Seems a high price to pay for a pair of ponies who were down to die anyway.
Mulligatawny.
fact is, I don't know what to do for the best. I believe it may be Cleary. It's 60 miles from here to the depot at Mount Hooper. 190 from there to base. If we go on, we run the risk of simply missing them on the march, and then they'll arrive here and find the depot unreplenished. In any case, we only have surplus food rations for 2 days. It's not enough to get us there and back again. On the other hand, in the remote possibility they're already experiencing some difficulty.
Go Mount Hooper, mister. Easy.